Yo, welcome to PTA Sports. I am your host, Pest the Analyst, and today we're going to talk about these trenches, y'all. My favorite part of a football team. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do kind of a deep dive on our trenches for the upcoming season. So check it out. I'm gonna start over here on the offensive side of the ball, right? And let's just take a quick peek at who we got. All right. So as it stands right now, we have 13 total offensive linemen signed. All right, going into what is going to probably be, I don't even know how they're going to do training camp. All right, I don't know how they're going to do OTAs aside from, teleconferences and whatever. But this is who we got going in. We got 13 guys, all right? We've got Nate Solder. All right, we got our newly drafted tackle, Andrew Thomas. All right, those are probably your left side, but maybe not. We got Cam Fleming, Matt Pert, Tyler Haycraft, and we got Chad Slade. That's your right tackles, all right? This is all tentative, right? And then our interior offensive linemen, we got Kevin Zeitler, Will Hernandez, Nick Gates, Eric Smith, Nate Waznak, I don't know if that's how you say it, Shane Lemieux, and Spencer Pulley, all right? So here's the thing, all right? When we're looking at this list of names, okay, it's really easy to put some of these pieces together, right? Because we know for a fact that like someone like Will Hernandez or someone like Kevin Zeitler, that's our left and right guard. That's not changing. Those are our starters, all right? Without question. There ain't gonna really be a competition per se at those positions, all right? But where it gets interesting is going to be our left and right tackles, and it's also going to be interesting to see who's going to be the center, right? And the reason why I say it's interesting is because, like, we could go ahead and pencil in Nate Solder as our starting left tackle, but that may not be the case, okay? Because you got the wild card, who is Andrew Thomas. So are the Giants going to start Thomas on the left since he's a natural left tackle and move Solder over to the right? Or are they going to do the inverse and have Solder keep his job on the left and have Thomas move over to the right, being that he's done it in college? Now, I really don't know. See, here's why this is difficult, right? Because like we all know that over the course of the last two seasons, Nate Solder ain't been real good on the left side, all right? He just hasn't. And it's unfortunate because we paid him a buttload of money to play that left tackle position and protect DJ, and at the time, Eli Manning's blind side. He ain't been doing that good of a job, all right? I've talked about Nate Solder at length on his channel. I said that he was, one of those tackles that makes his defender go wide, right? Because from a technical standpoint, from a technical pass blocking standpoint, he hasn't looked that good. But he makes his guy go wide. Unfortunately, right, when you got someone like Daniel Jones who's in a pocket and he's looking to bomb it down the field, man, that edge rusher has got all day to take that wide loop to get to the quarterback. So, like, are we gonna put Solder on the left where he hasn't played all that well? And then the other question is can he even play on the right side? Because it's hard to go from left to right from the standpoint of an offensive lineman, all right? Your foot placement is different. Your hand placement is different, okay? It's totally different. The best analogy that I've heard in terms of an offensive lineman going from one side to the other is whatever is your dominant hand that you use to wipe your ass with the other hand. It's not that easy, all right? Can you get it done? Sure you can, but it ain't as natural and easy as if you're doing it with your dominant hand. So like, that's a mystery right now because I don't ever recall Solder playing on the right side. So it's going to be interesting. And then the other interesting thing, right, is our center position. Like, our center position is a question mark right now, all right? Because the only true center that we have on the roster is Spencer Pulley. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Spencer Pulley. I'm not saying that he's terrible, right? He's been serviceable for the most part, but is he like starting caliber level center? I don't think so. So, like, what are we going to do, at center? I've heard talks about Nick Gates potentially being the center, right? There was a whole lot of talk, on social media about how he's been practicing snapping and whatnot. But I mean, is he the guy? I don't know. And then, Shane Lemieux, right? The guy we just picked out of Oregon. Apparently he's been practicing snapping. So can he do it? It's not something that he's typically done before, so he's not used to snapping at the highest level. That's also not easy. So, like, we got really good pieces for our offensive linemen. We really do, okay? Especially on the outside, right? Because I didn't mention his name when I was specifically talking about the tackles, because I don't think he's going to be a starter this year. But Matt Parrott or Pert, or however you say his name, I've heard so many different ways of saying his last name. But he's a guy that's going to be able to develop and be a right tackle. So, maybe a year or two from now, you're going to be looking at Andrew Thomas on the left and Parrott on the right. But as it stands right now, I don't know. But we do have a lot of really good depth at offensive line. This is the first time, in a long time, as far back as I can remember, past the, that 2011 season, when we won the 2011 Super Bowl season, what I'm saying? Like, that we had a good line then, but since then, like, I have not seen this much depth at the offensive line position in a very long time on this team. So, like, I'm happy with the names that are here, but there's just too many question marks at the position. And another name that I didn't bring up when I was talking about center is John Jalapeno. All right? Because here's the thing about him. He's not signed yet. He's not signed yet because he's not cleared to sign. He's probably not going to pass a physical right now, today. So he has to wait until he can even pass a physical before somebody could sign him. And the Giants may say, hey, P.O., come on back, man. We really like you at center. You just got to stay healthy. I don't know. But I will say that, like, I am very happy with the depth on this team. I just have no idea where these guys are going to play. Honestly, if it was me, right, I think I'm moving Solder to the right because I feel like Nate Solder is expendable. I feel like Nate Solder is only on this team because the dead cap hit is too much to get rid of him right now. I don't necessarily think he's going to be on this team next year. That's just what I'm thinking. So I'm going to move him over to the right because he's expendable, right? I'm going to have Cam Fleming. I'm going to have Matt Pert. Cam Fleming is going to probably be my swing tackle, right? And Matt Pert, however you say it, he's going to be my guy. You're just learning right now. All right, you're going to learn. We're going to get you ready so that next year you can be our potential starter. And I do think he's going to be a potential starter. I really do think that in the future we're going to see Andrew Thomas and Parrott as our bookend tackles. Okay, and then we'll have Will Hernandez on the left. We'll have Kevin Zeitler on the right. Maybe Kevin Zeitler's days are numbered. All right, because we've got the Lemieux kid. We'll have to see. And hopefully we'll figure out this whole center thing. So that's what I see when I look at the offensive side of the ball. Now let's flip over to the defensive side of the ball real quick, okay? As it stands right now, based on the scheme we run, right, which is a 3-4, we have a total of 9 defensive linemen, all right? We've got Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence, B.J. Hill, R.J. Mcintosh, Chris Peace, and Levine. I think that's how you say his name, Levine. And then in terms of like our interior, okay, we've got Davon Thomason, Austin Johnson, and Chris Slayton. Now here's the thing about who's outside and who's not outside. They're kind of all inside linemen in this scheme, right? They're all playing within the 0 or the 1 or the 3 technique, right? That's essentially where they're all playing in terms of alignment. So these guys are kind of interchangeable, whether or not they're DTs or DEs. Like, they're just interchangeable. They're just straight up interior linemen, okay? Again, man, we got a lot of depth here, okay? Obviously, our starters are going to be Davon Thomason. He's going to probably be the nose. Leonard Williams, he's going to be on one side as like a 3-4 defensive end. And then Dexter Lawrence, he's going to be the other side. That's probably going to be our interior alignment. I don't know what the hell happened to B.J. Hill, because his rookie year, he was eating, and then last season, he kind of disappeared. Now, maybe that was a coaching thing. I don't know. But I still believe in B.J. Hill. I think B.J. Hill is good-ass depth, okay? R.J. Mcintosh, R.J. Mcintosh is a guy that's still a question mark for me, right? His rookie year, he was hurt the entire year. Last year, again, he wasn't really utilized. I don't know if it's a scheme thing, a coaching thing. I don't know, but we're gonna see what happens with him. In terms of like Peace, Levine, Johnson, Slayton, those guys are all depth pieces. Right? Those guys are super duper backups, okay? In case of emergency, break glass guys. But I tell you what, man, I feel relatively good about this interior defensive line, right? I think that we got some monsters here. I know everybody's like pissed off about Leonard Williams, right? Everybody's upset about the fact that we had to franchise tag him. We traded some draft capital to get him when he was an impending free agent. Listen, I don't necessarily agree with the move either, right? But he's here, and that's what it is, man. We franchise tagged him. He ain't going nowhere. So, it is what it is. But I'm glad that he's at least here, right? I'm glad he's here to contribute, because even though he wasn't like getting a bunch of sack numbers or whatever, right? Because that's what everybody looks at. That's what everybody judges, these linemen on, which is incorrect, all right? Like, sacks are nice. That's cute. But you also got to look at some of the other factors in terms of being a defensive lineman, okay? Do you plug up the hole so that somebody else gets free? When you do get past the lineman that's blocking you, do you pressure the quarterback? All right? Do you make that quarterback uncomfortable? Do you make that quarterback force a throw or roll out when he shouldn't? All right? Do you make that quarterback miss an open read because he's more focused on you? These are things that we got to look at, right? And Leonard Williams provides that. Leonard Williams does fill gaps, all right? He does bring double teams. And when he does get past his blockers, he does pressure the quarterback. So yeah, it's cute, when we talk about, hey, how many sacks does he have? But one person is not the entire makeup of the team. And when you're looking at that one person, you have to look at that one person and says, what does he provide to his teammates? And Leonard Williams does provide value to his teammates. And I'm telling you right now, all right, this upcoming season, when you're looking at this defense and you're looking at Leonard Williams, I just want you to see how many times does he get double teamed? How many times does he have to get combo blocked? How many times does he fill a gap? How many times does he make the running back not choose that hole, go to another hole, and get tackled immediately? These are the things that we need to be looking at when we're talking about Leonard Williams. I'm just saying. That's just what it is, all right? The combination of Williams, Lawrence, and Tomlinson, that's a lot of beef in the middle of that line, and I love it, okay? I love Dexter Lawrence. I think Dexter Lawrence is a beast. I'm super happy that we picked him when he did. I'm super happy he's on this team, because I personally think that Dexter Lawrence is going to be a game changer for us as we move forward. That's my prediction on Dexter Lawrence, is that he's going to become a game changer. He's going to potentially become an all-pro interior defensive lineman, and I really hope that he stays a Giant. I really hope that he doesn't, decide that he wants to get paid super crazy, stupid money, and some other team is going to pay him that. Like, he should get super crazy, stupid money if he's being what I think he's going to be, right? I hope that he just gets that money from the Giants and not from another team, because I really like what I saw in Dexter Lawrence, and I really think that he's going to be a major contributor to this team for the next few years, all right? Davon Thomason, man, when it comes to Davon Thomason, right? I really like Davon Thomason, but I don't know if Davon Thomason is going to be on this team past his current contract. I don't know, man. I don't want to say he's replaceable because I don't think he's replaceable, but I do think that there's always good interior depth coming in, with these young guys, via the draft, via free agency. Is there somebody else out there that can do what Davon Thomason does? I kind of think so, right? I just kind of do. But hey, we're gonna see. Listen, overall, right, when it comes to our trenches, listen, I am super happy with where our trenches are. I never thought that we needed to do anything for our defensive line, right? I came into this offseason saying, we've got to fix our offensive line. I never thought about the defensive line. It was never a concern for me. And I'm really glad that we didn't do anything crazy in terms of getting other D linemen, because I didn't think we needed any at this point. I think we're good on our defensive line. Offensively, man, I'm really interested to see how this plays out. I'm really interested to see these competitions. I really wish that this COVID thing wasn't happening, right? Because I tell you what, I would be trying to go up to training camp as much as I could throughout the offseason, just because I'd want to watch these offensive linemen and see what they're doing. I want to be able to see them with my own eyes and not watch it, via some stream on the internet. I wanted to be able to just sit down and watch it with my own eyes. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that, but it's going to be real interesting to see how this plays out. It really is. So I'm excited. I'm excited about our trenches. I think our trenches have gotten better, and I don't think we're going to have to worry about our trenches for much longer. I think specifically this draft put us in that position. I talked about it as I did my review of our draft. I think right now we're in a position to where we're not going to need offensive linemen for a little bit. I think we're good where we are right now. So yeah, with that being said, right, I'm gonna come back to y'all with another few videos. Right, I'm kind of going piece by piece with these positions, right? So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do our offensive skill positions. All right, that's going to be wide receiver, tight end, running back, quarterback. Knock that out, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at the defensive backs and linebackers in a third video. So I'm going to be working on that, all right? But with that being said, I appreciate y'all coming and listening to me talk. All right. I hope everybody is safe. I hope everybody is doing the things that they need to do to keep their family and themselves and everybody else that's around just safe. And I'll get up with you guys later. Deuces.